Understanding the ACES tool to provide trauma-informed support. Adverse childhood experiences, or ACEs, refer to the traumatic events before the age of 18. Research shows 63% of Americans have experienced ACEs, impacting long-term health and behavior. Understanding ACEs can help us address these risks early and foster improved relationships. The original ACE study was conducted by Kaiser Permanente in the 1990s to explore the link between childhood trauma and adult health risks. Researchers used an A-category questionnaire and found that higher ACE scores correlated with greater risk of disease and early death. The ACEs screening tool consists of 10 questions identifying patterns of family dysfunction and abuse. The results help determine risk levels in children and adults, offering a way to break the cycle of trauma and support resilience. Research also shows experienced trauma is passed to subsequent generations, so breaking the chain is vital. Scoring the ACEs questionnaire is simple. The more yes answers, the higher the risk for mental and physical health challenges, and it can identify often overlooked behavioral and developmental issues. However, a low score does not mean that there's zero risk, and a high score doesn't guarantee poor health. Personal resilience plays a key role. A high ACEs score doesn't determine your fate. Some individuals develop resilience and overcome adversity. Understanding the meaning of the ACEs score can help colleagues and employers practice trauma-informed care, guiding deeper conversations related to demonstrated behaviors. The ACE quiz is simple but powerful. The score provides insight into past experiences shaping a person's current behavior and health condition. Taking the quiz may reveal unexpected results, sparking meaningful discussion and awareness. Try it for yourself. I want to give a brief overview of the adverse effects of trauma on the brain. The brain has 3 cognitive functions: the reptilian brain, survival, the mammalian brain, emotions, and the neo-mammalian brain, complex thinking. In trauma, the brain shifts into survival mode, triggering fight, flight, freeze, or fawn responses. 4 key brain areas store trauma. First, the amygdala, a small almond-shaped area in the brain that triggers the central nervous system that there is a threat, sounding the alarm for danger. Repeated trauma keeps it on high alert, leading to anxiety and stress responses even when there's no danger. Second, the hippocampus, or learning center. It is also affected by trauma. With repeated experiences, it struggles to differentiate past and present threats, creating hypervigilance and a heightened reaction to stress. Over time, this area atrophies, causing memory deficits, and can lead to diseases like Alzheimer's. Third, the prefrontal cortex is responsible for rational thinking and is not fully developed until the age of 25. During trauma, the prefrontal cortex is suppressed. This makes it harder to process fear, control impulses, and think clearly under stress, like freezing up in confrontation or a deer-in-the-headlights response. Fourth, chronic trauma overstimulates the entire nervous system. Much like an overworked engine, the central nervous system eventually fails, causing heightened reactivity, leading to outbursts of anger, irritability, and difficulty handling stress. The amount of hormones that floods the body during traumatic experiences is tremendously toxic, and over time rewires normative coping mechanisms. And this sometimes causes dissociation, where trauma feels more like a distant dream rather than an actual event. Prolonged exposure to high stress in childhood damages developing systems by raising blood pressure, weakening immunity, and increasing the risk of heart disease, stroke, and autoimmune diseases later in life. Other physical symptoms include sleep disturbances, difficulty concentrating, chronic pain, social withdrawal, and weight changes. Adults with high ACEs scores may engage in high-risk behaviors like substance abuse, self-harm, aggression, or reckless decision-making. These behaviors often stem from unrecognized trauma rather than conscious choices. Understanding these experiences reduces judgment and promotes compassion. ACEs scores guides conversation without re-traumatization. Healing from ACEs starts with awareness. Recognizing past trauma can explain certain behaviors and health issues. Acknowledging the problem is the first step toward healing and positive change. Supporting a colleague or an employee negatively affected by ACEs promotes trauma-informed culture and well-being. Trauma-informed care follows 6 key principles. Safety, physical and emotional security are essential. Trust, honest communication builds confidence. Support, active listening, and gentle guidance foster healing. Collaboration, work with, not for individuals, empowering them. Empowerment, use language that validates experiences. And humility, respect others' perspectives and honor their journey. Suggested strategies for self-care, including supportive relationships, engaging in hobbies, exercise, attending therapy, practicing in community support, and increasing awareness of personal trauma responses. Remember, healing takes time and is not linear. There will be ups and downs, but progress matters. To conclude, the overarching goal of using ACES tool in your work environment is to create a trauma-informed culture that supports resilience, well-being, and success. Adopting the use of ACES tool can help you and your colleagues or employees identify support and implement trauma-informed strategies in your workplace. Thank you. References.